all the marketing material that you will need for CNC so far. So every single client, every house you get to, there was a certain price that was paid by everyone other than you to get that client, either to get them to come back or to get that new client. So this is all basically for new clients, okay? Now some of this might apply for reoccurring clients as well. So these are all the marketing materials that need to surround every single client we have. Especially if it's a brand new client, you need to go through all these. If it's a reoccurring client, you might just notice and recommend something. So you need to give them 3 business cards. Usually this happens at the beginning of a job. You just say, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do your estimate, ma'am. Boom, there's your 3 business cards. If we sit the client down and go through all of this in one setting, it's gonna be a little overwhelming. So what you wanna do is, even from the call service, from the time we book the job, the office manager, she's asking the client if they need any rain gutter cleaning, pressure washing, light fixture cleaning, screen repair. She's already asking them that. So we already have kind of a heads up on that. You need to, of course, write down a window count, okay? You're gonna write the window count, say it's gonna be about $333 for 33 windows, okay? You're gonna take a tally on another sheet of paper, okay? You don't need to necessarily tally up on this one. You can if you want to. I'd rather just use your little notepad or whatever and tally it up so that it's not all ugly on here. It's just a nice clean number. The reason you don't want to give them a total, do not give them a total at the very beginning, is because you might notice and recommend other services. So bear with me on this. You're going to set their business cards down and their receipt so that sometime as you're winding down the job, if there's no other services that you noticed at their job, you can just have them when you're about 5 windows from finishing, you could tell them, hey, we got about 5 more windows. We have about maybe 15 more minutes left to go. Here's the receipt. If you can go ahead and fill out the check note, can you please just put a check number right here? That kind of lets them know in an indirect way, get the check started. So the check's laying here by the time you're on your last window, okay? The check is here, you get it, you put it in, not your pin folder, but your second folder, okay? You'll put the check, you'll write the check number, the total, and you will put the check and the receipt in your second envelope here, okay? You'll put them in there, you'll zip it up, and that's how you deal with that. At the end of the week, you take this out, you set it where it's supposed to go at the office, and now you have a brand new one for the next week. Okay, so you've got the check. That's why at the beginning of a job, you set down your 3 business cards and this. During the job at some point, or at the end, you need to fill out the client profile sheet, okay? Which, if they prefer email, text, phone calls for reminders, which social media outlets they use, what type of animals they have, what are the pets' names. We don't need to have kids' names. Pets' names are fine. Gate codes, fences, locks, whatever. And we want to ask the client at some point, maybe they're talkative and we move the subject to this because we have to fill this out. Maybe at the middle of a job we fill this out. What is a client like most about service industries, and what do they like least about them? Maybe we're at their house too long and we're talking to them, interrupting them. Maybe they don't like that. Maybe they love having people over. I don't know. Notes about the home, such as antiques, furniture, overhangs, or obstructions. The receptionist is going to ask about these at the beginning as well. And then their maintenance plan prices, okay? But their prices are going to go into here. This flyer here is your biggest sell, okay? This is your 4th card, which is a Yelp review card, okay? This is after, you don't want to mention a Yelp review unless you could tell they're really happy with the service. And you did a walkthrough with them, and you said, thank you so much. They gave you the check, and you're like, hey, by the way, if you're on Yelp ever, could you follow these steps, create a profile, and could you leave us a 5-star review? We're a small company. Anyway, you'll have a little paragraph of what to tell them, and just tell them we're a small company. This is how This is how we grow in business, is when people leave Yelp reviews. Okay, so backing up to when you gave them the estimate, while you give them the estimate, you're gonna notice and recommend, okay? It's gonna be in the form of upsell. This is where your upsell comes in. You notice and you recommend. There are 4 additional services that you will notice and recommend. There is screen mesh replacement or screen mesh repair. There's gutter cleaning. There's pressure washing, and there's light fixture cleaning, okay? What you're gonna do is, and these should be on the client profile list as well. Let's say the client doesn't want to upsell. You need to list what they actually need here, because then we could send promotional materials to their home afterward concerning that, okay? With these 4 things. What you want to do is when you give them their estimate, you say, okay, it's going to be $333 for the windows. However, I noticed you had, and give a number. You're going to give a number to screen mesh repair and light fixture cleaning. You're going to give a check mark to gutter cleaning or pressure washing. So we noticed you have 6 screens that could use some replacement. Okay, we have a minimum of 5. 6 is what you need. They're $20 a piece. If we add an additional $120 to this, but if you combine it with window cleaning, we could give you 1 screen for free. So it would be $100 even. Okay. The next thing is, we notice you have gutter cleaning. Your gutters are kind of probably going to overflow. The rainy season's coming. Gutter cleaning as well. We also noticed maybe your house could use some pressure washing next time. And gutter cleaning and pressure washing are a next time type thing. Window mesh replacement can be done now, and light fixture cleaning is a next time as well. Because these aren't going to go anywhere. We could gutter clean them next time. We don't want to go from window cleaning to gutter cleaning in one day, or power washing. We could take the screens home and get that ticket higher right now, okay? So I noticed your house or your driveway could use a little pressure washing. Can we give you an estimate for that? And then we noticed you had 7 light fixtures around the house. Those are $20 a piece, and there you go. So when you take their screens with them, this is going to happen a lot. This is your number 1 upsell of any window cleaning company, is screen mesh replacement. When you take them, make sure you know the limitation of services. We don't replace frames. We just do the corners and the mesh only on basic window screens. Okay, and you could get a little proper training from that as well. We don't do specialized screens or any of that stuff. Okay, and you'll add that to here, screen repair. You'll add that and you will collect a check that day. You'll add it to the check. That's why you don't give a total amount, okay? Because sometime, either in the middle of the job or usually it's right away, you're gonna want to do the upsell right off the bat, okay? And people might say, oh, I can't afford it. And you might just give them a screen for free and just add 100 to this ticket. That's 100 quick bucks you add to the ticket, okay? So you'll also put their maintenance plan price, and we could show you how to do that later in another video of how to do maintenance plan price. It usually comes to 60% of interior, exterior, and screens. It's just 60%, and we come by every 3 or 4 months, and you just put that price here. And you're gonna tell them that at the end of a job. By the way, here's what you're gonna spend annually. Let's say they spent $400, or this is $333. Let's say they do that twice a year, that's $666 or whatever, 660, let's say, if it's, so we don't want to put 3 6s in a row or whatever. Anyway, we put that price and say, you're already going to spend this annually. Look at what the quarterly price would be, but we'll do that later. So these are all the marketing materials you need. And the last one is your door hangers. Go hang that on doors. If we do all of these and get a Yelp review for every single, or ask for a Yelp review for every single client, and we do these, I recommend, and I noticed and I recommend on every single client. Don't miss one client on these, okay? That's how a business really continues to have juice in it and continues to sell more and stay busier and more profitable and collect bonuses for everybody. All right, that's your marketing material. Okay, just to wrap this up, which of these papers do you keep for our records and which go to the client. Obviously, the cards, the Yelp review how-to card, and the bottom receipt, okay? The client's already paid, they just need a little receipt. I don't want this one for our records because it's hard to read this one. This one goes to the client. This one comes back to us, okay? It goes, like I already showed you at the beginning, it goes, the top white part goes with the check into that folder in there. This comes back with us. 4 of these go on the neighbor's doors, and this is left with the client so they can just read all about everything. And then of course on here, you need to write down their maintenance plan price and which services. Just check on the services with a number or a check mark. This isn't supposed to be a check mark. Let's say you had 10 light fixtures. There's supposed to be a number right there, okay? This is all supposed to be done with a Sharpie. Please don't have me show up to a job to help you close and you only have pins. Keep your Sharpies in here. There's like a million of them I've purchased, so I don't have to put up with having a pin and then get all frustrated, then I can't sell the job because we don't have our stuff in line. Okay, so these go with the client. These two come back with us. And remember on this, if they do a maintenance plan, write it on there obviously. If they ask you, okay, I would like one of the check marks, the light fixture cleaning, it's $20 a light fixture. As long as there's an open hole in the bottom, but that's the light fixture video, you could see that. We're not doing chandeliers or indoor anything. Screen repair is an easy $20 to $30 depending on the size. But these check marks, if they want gutter cleaning or pressure washing, and you say, okay, we'll get that estimate right to you. You need to take a picture of all rain gutters around the house, text them and send them to Charlie, me. Pressure washing, if they want pressure washing, you take a picture of the ground and you text it to me. Don't be a rebel and say, hey, I couldn't take a picture, I had to go to the bathroom, I had to go. Take a picture, because this is how you're getting paid and I'm getting paid, by selling things. Make sure you take a picture of them. If it's screens, you're going to get a check for it right then. In addition to the rain, you're going to get a check for the window cleaning and screen repair at one time. You're bringing the screens with you as of now. The light fixture, we can do it next time. These two, we're taking a picture of it, okay? Send it to Charlie, then I could send it to Christina and she could call the people with the estimate, or we can email, okay? Make sure of that. All right, now it's time to go into the next video of how to do your bear square.